So, what do I have here? It's the automated mug press from Heat Press Nation, and no, they did not give this to me. I purchased it. A little bit of a story behind it, and we're going to talk about that and unbox it coming up. I'm Roger, welcome to the shop, and as I mentioned at the very beginning right here, this is the automated mug press from Heat Press Nation. It comes with several attachments. It's model HPN-SIG-MUZ. That's HPN-SIG-MUG. Interesting way to explain it, I guess. But I ordered it on July 25th, and a few days later, this box right here comes via FedEx. And I opened it up, and it's had a packing list in it of just some elements. And when I checked my email on it and everything, it says shipment complete. I said, well, that's not complete. This little box here doesn't weigh much, and it certainly doesn't have a mug press in it. So I sent them an email, and I said they apologized. It shouldn't have said shipment complete because this was going to come later. So this came on August 16th. I have not opened it up yet. I haven't had time. We've been too busy here with everything. So what I'm going to do here in this video is unbox it and go through all the elements. Then I'll need to figure out where it's going to live up in the loft. Right now I'm down in the shop because I don't really have space to be unboxing and doing something this big up there. So we're going to get into this, see what's in the box. Okay, we'll start out with a little box here. It's got several elements in it. And I have not unpacked this yet. I just kind of opened the box and looked. So this here element would be for your shooter glasses. And that's going to be a popular item for us, I believe. Something to be aware of, these are sharp. Be careful there. So this looks like it's for, well, I'll have to look in the packing list, see exactly what that one is. And this one here would be for your latte mugs. And last but not least, and one of the main reasons I bought this does your skinny tumblers. That's what's in the little box. So I'll get these kind of put back in here, and then we'll go to the big one. Okay, something it says on the top here is, do not discard this box or packaging, required for warranty service. They have that on all their large machines. And I do keep the boxes until I'm sure everything works properly, but like with my big Signature Series heat press, there's no way I was going to keep that giant box around here. But I've used it enough that everything works well. So we got some foam here, and yes, this place is dusty, and it's a shop. It's a working wood shop. It's not a show place. So, off here we got a couple more elements. Let's see what we got here. We have the element for shot glasses. And that's another reason I bought this, because we're going to start doing custom shot glasses as well. And we have another latte mug press. And I call it a latte mug because it's tapered. It may have another name, but that's what I call it. That's what I drink latte in. And then we have a couple of little, oh, that's a fuse. So we have a spare fuse. I'll have to put that someplace safe. Then I'll forget where I put it. And we have a handle, so a little bit of assembly is going to be required, and of course a power cord. And we have their universal owner's manual, which covers like everything. Yeah, their heat presses, it covers, it's kind of a generic thing with supplies and all that. It's kind of a neat little thing to look through. And from there I'm going to have to get this out of the box. There are some inserts in here you can take out first, which will make it a little easier to grab this thing. What I'm probably going to do is just pick this up and then kick the box off on the floor. Yeah, this is kind of stout. Of course, you got the snack pack there. Okay, there it is, all wrapped in plastic. get that unwrapped and take a look at it. Yeah, I did take a minute to look through their instruction book there, and there's not a whole lot in here about this mug press. It's just one page here. It shows you what you get and how to, a little thing about how to set temperature. We'll go through that. This is the same as my big heat press upstairs, my big flat clamshell press. Then there is a little thing here, a little tutorial, very, very basic on pressing a mug. But took me a minute to figure out where this handle went because it doesn't show it anywhere, but it goes right here. I guess that's so you can get a grip on things. Then I'll take a wrench later and give that jam nut a little snug up there. That's so you got something to hold when you're pulling the mug shut or the press shut. One of the things you'll have to do, of course, is set pressure. I've got, this is actually my pencil holder over there because when this was being made, the bottom line got cut off. So what it says doesn't make any sense. So I use it for a pencil holder. So we need to set pressure. Oh boy, these two on the front push on the element this way, and I have them all the way in right now. So I don't think that'll deform anything. No, it won't, but we need to set some more pressure back here. Try to get it as even as possible. You can look right down in there and you can tell if that's parallel with this bar or not. You don't want your press to end up crooked. It's still not enough pressure. Of course, these were run all the way out before. You'll have to do this for each attachment. We'll go through here how to change the attachments in a minute. Ideally, and from my past experience with my other mug presses, you want this tight enough so that you can't rotate that mug in there. It needs to press it pretty good. And you can look at the sponge and see how much deflection you get, and it'll give you a pretty good idea. Of course, you would need to connect this there. And I may actually make a mug here just to test everything out. So let me get this connected. These are keyed, of course. They only go in one way. There's a little slot there, and you'll see that key on the front of the controller. And I need to get my cord plugged in. I'm going to need some power. Okay, we'll turn this on here. Okay, to set temperature, hit the OK button. That tells you it's going to be in Fahrenheit. You can change that if you want to go centigrade. Hit it again. Set value is 385. That's actually where I want it. And the time is 190 seconds, and that's actually where I want that too. But you could change that by these up and down arrows right here. So if I wanted to increase the time, I could decrease it. Hit OK again. And we're warming up. So I need to go find a mug and see if I've got a graphic already made. Now this heats up quite quickly. It didn't take very long at all. I went up to the loft and grabbed my laptop so I could print off some a graphic here to press a mug, and by the time I got back down here it was already heated up. And when it reaches temperature it beeps. And the only way to shut that beep off is to just grab the handle, close it, and open it back up again. It'll shut off that beep to let you know that the thing's warmed up. Okay, this here's an 11-ounce mug, and I've already cleaned it. And I've got my graphic printed out here. And incidentally, if you happen to watch the video on me restoring that all tore up basket case Epson ET2800 sublimation printer, that's what I used to print this. And this is happens to be on A-sub paper because that's what I had handy. The mug's already been cleaned. Just need to get my graphics centered on here and straight. This is an 11-ounce mug, and we sell a lot of these. That's why and this particular design is very, very popular, so I thought I would just make another one here quick. Of course, you always want to make sure you get your graphic on there right side up, because I made that mistake once and printed it upside down. And sublimated it upside down, and that ended up as a paintbrush holder up in the loft. So a couple pieces of heat tape here, hold that in place. We'll set this in the press. Pull the handle shut and let it count down. Notice that the temperature drops significantly once you close that press. That is normal. All the heat presses do it, mug presses. That temperature drops because it has to heat that mug up. Okay, something to be aware of is with a mug, when you open the press, you can just grab the handle and take it out. Anything else, you're going to need high temperature gloves like this. And obviously it beeps when it's done. Just open the press, take the mug out. I'm going to set it here and let it cool for a little bit. It's important that you don't just peel that right away because there's a very good chance you'll get ghosting. Give it a few minutes to cool off. You don't necessarily need to let it cool down to where you can grab it comfortably, but you need to at least let it set for a couple minutes. I've made the mistake before of peeling those too soon and it ghosts my images. Okay, while that mug's cooling off, I'll explain a little bit on how to change the elements. I turned this off and this is blazing hot, so I'm not going to actually change an element. You'll see me do that in a future video when I get some sublimation blanks for some of these other attachments. For example, here for the shot glasses. This obviously won't fit in the middle, and you want to be able to have this little pad that's behind here to be able to push on the element here, and obviously the cord needs to go towards the controller. If you see here, these are basically what I call thumb screws, and they come right out like so. You would set your element in there after you swap it out and take the other one out and just place these down through the top, the flange, and back into the frame. Boy, that's really warm down there. And there is also another set of holes. I suppose that would be for the skinny tumbler bracket. I'll have to get that out when I get some blanks. But that's just a quick way. The elements are quick to change. No, this is not an auto open heat press. When it beeps, you need to open it yourself. Yeah, this is still pretty warm, but I could peel it. Get a hold of the paper up there. And there it is. It's one of our very popular ones that we sell. So as you can see, the setup on this is very, very simple. There's only one part to put on, and that's this handle. You need to adjust your pressure, but you're going to have to do that with any heat press for mugs and tumblers and that type of thing. So, okay, why did I buy this? If you've watched my other videos, you know I have 8-in-1 heat presses and so on. I've got a Vevor automatic mug press for the 11-ounce mugs, which I will continue to use for the 11-ounce mugs because it's automatic and it's fast. What I wanted to be able to do was shooters, shot glasses, latte mugs, and skinny tumblers. Okay, on my 8-in-1, there's an attachment to do the smaller latte cups. I can't do the big ones. There's attachments on that to do 11-ounce and 16-ounce regular mugs. I can do that on here. I can do it on my Vevor automatic press. What I cannot do on those other ones are the shooters, the shot glasses, the large latte mugs, and the skinny tumblers, and especially the skinny tumblers. I want to get into doing those, and I actually have sublimation blanks ordered. They're not here yet, or I would be playing with those here too. So all I need to do now is try to figure out where this thing's going to live up in the loft, because things are a little crowded. I'm thinking what I may do is, when I'm not using this, is store it on the bottom level of my, I've got a Heat Press Station heat press cart where I have the 16x20 signature heat press on top of, and right now I don't have anything underneath there except some junk, because it's a flat surface and I put junk on flat surfaces. So I'll get all that cleaned out, and I think that's where I'm going to be storing this. So if you got anything out of this, appreciate getting a thumbs up. Always helps the channel. And once again, Heat Press Station did not give this to me. I bought it along with all the attachments and everything to go with it, so we can expand what we do here. Roger in the shop. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.